Good afternoon to all viewers. 28th of January 2026. We actually have got a little bit of sun shining this afternoon after a number of days continuous rain. So I am going to film my small garden and share the update where the garden is going and how the roses are shaping up for the next season. So now this one here is a small bed here. As you can see, it's got a few tulips coming out as well. So I hope to see some tulip color in the next few weeks. In terms of the roses, I managed to tidy up the roses last few days ago before the rain started. And I also managed to spray the sulfur as well to control the black spots for the next season. And as you can see, the roses have been cut back, pruned, and I can actually just point out any new rosy which I have planted as a bare root in the last few weeks. There are some of the old ones, the previous ones, like this one here is a timeless purple 3-year-old, and Gertrude Jekyll. Now they both are sitting next to each other, and it's probably good time to compare. The spikes, the thorns, they look very similar to each other. Both are very spiky. And the other thing I just want to point out, if you see, these stakes which are holding few stems, they are pulling the stems right outwards to make a room for air circulation in the middle of these plants here. Young sweet honey, it doesn't want to drop its leaves, very healthy. This is young Olivia Rose Austin, still holding on to its foliage. It doesn't want to drop, throughout the winter. It's only what I would say 7-8 months old plant in this pot. Yeah, next to sweet honey, I have got it's 1.5-year-old Eden. It's a pink Eden, also known as Pretty in Pink in the US. It's a climbing rose. It has got a very impressive display. It doesn't have any fragrance, but the blooms, they are large blooms, full of petals, and they do last actually well over a week, if not 10 days. Now this one, as you can guess from the label, this is from Netherlands. I received as bare root 4 weeks ago. This is timeless purple, also known as Ludeshu in rest of the Europe. And the third name I believe is called purple tiger as well. So it's fairly young, only 4 weeks ago I planted here as bare root. Princess Charlene de Monaco rose. This is again only 6 months old rose I planted in this pot. And next to that, this one is this is bare root I received 4 weeks ago last month, and this is called Eudora. This is from French rose breeder called NIRP. This is meant to be a purple, deep pink purple color, large flowers here with strong scent as well. We will see. Now this one, excuse me, this one is Gita Renaissance, as is known in Europe, but it's widely known here in UK as a Mom and a Million or Millie. So I planted this one as a bare root last month, right from Netherlands. This one is a tree rose, Olivia. I planted again only 4 weeks ago. Boscobel. This is a 3-year-old. This one is a red rose. It's only 1 year old. This is called Nadia as a short name. And this is from Danish rose breeder Paulson. It's very healthy rose. And it's quite vigorous as well. I mean, as you can see from how thick these stems are of a just 1 year old plant. Septodial, 3-year-old. This is 1 year old porcelain parfuma. And moving on, this again is 1 year old David Austin rose Elizabeth. It has already started shooting up. And this is 1.5 year old rose Princess Charlene de Monaco. And next to that, we have a Twilight Zone. This is only 1 year old rose. And this is American variety from Weeks rose breeder. And as you can see, it has already started shooting up. Some roses, right, in my collection, they are early starters, like this one and the Elizabeth rose I was just pointing out. Now, this is 4-year-old typical hybrid tea rose from my end, and it's called White Perfume de Provence, highly fragrant. I mean, in terms of fragrance, I would rate this one as 8 out of 10. White color, large flowers. Here in this bed, we have got 5 David Austin roses. They are 3-year-old. I mean, like this first one here, this is 3-year-old Princess Anne rose. And next to that, this one here, this is Princess Alexandra of Kent, again is 3-year-old. And behind these two, over there, that is Desdemona, white color rose, highly fragrant again. And this one here, younger one in the front and the one at the back, both are Gabriel Oak roses from David Austin. And this one here at the back, in the trees here, this is one of Tental rose, the old variety from 1970s, and it's called Deep Secret, highly fragrant red rose. It's also known as Mildred Shield in the rest of Europe, if I'm correct. Now, this one here is young rose I planted a few months back. This is called Sweet Perfume de Provence. It's also known as Delish in US. And the other name is Line Renaud. It is highly fragrant. I would rate this one as 8.5 out of 10 in terms of fragrance. Large blooms, deep pink color. It's a Mayan rose. It's a very healthy, beautiful rose. The only downside is that it actually tends to grow taller. So I have to keep its height in check. Right, moving on. This is 4-year-old established rose from David Austin. I think it's retired now. It's called Mary Rose. Just average pink rose with old rose fragrance. Fragrance wise, I would rate this one around about 5 to 6 out of 10. But it's established, as I said. So I would leave it as it is. Now, over there, we have got Lady of Shalott, again 4-year-old. And this one is a retired David Austin rose, climbing rose called Graham Thomas. Very healthy, a good bloomer. I will leave it as it is. Now, this corner here, this is I'm keeping is reserved for another climbing rose, which is growing in a pot in the greenhouse. I'll point out in a minute. And this is reserved for Strawberry Hill. Now, I already have got the sport fixed to the wall because Strawberry Hill is a short climber. When I planted this next rose here, which is Walton Old Hall, some 3 years ago, I fixed all the sport to this garage wall. You know, these metal wires, they're already there. So Strawberry Hill will go here. At the moment, it is growing in a pot, but at the end of this year, I plan to actually, plant this one here in the ground. Now, while I'm here, I can point out, these tiles on the floor, they are covering the dahlia roots there. So every year at the end of the season, I cut the dahlia flush with the ground and cover them with these tiles. Then I lift these tiles right end of March, beginning of April, when there's no more risk of a frost. So wherever you can see the tiles on the ground here, they are actually covering the dahlia roots there. So moving from here, yes, there's some more tiles here covering some dahlias. This is Jasmina climbing rose. Arctic blue. This is one of the American variety, lavender color. It's a vigorous rose and it's a grandiflora. 3-year-old David Austin rose, Molyneux. It's a good bloomer here in this spot because it likes to be in a partial shade. Same is the next one, which is the Poet's Wife, 3-year-old rose. That again, it is performs well here in the partial shade. Next one is a 3-year-old Absolutely Fabulous, aka Julia Child. It's a very good bloomer. I'm quite happy with this one. Now these two tree roses, you see them, they are actually 2-year-old. I received these ones a bare root a couple of years ago from Netherlands. So the one on the right hand side is a Leonardo da Vinci, and on the left hand side is Eden Pierre de Ronsard, and it's also known as Eden 88. So yeah, they both are good bloomers, healthy, and I have got very high hopes this season from these two roses, Leonardo da Vinci and Pierre de Ronsard, Eden 88. So they both are 2-year-old. Now this young rose here is only 1 year old. It's a 10-petal rose. It's called Pacific Blue, and it is a lavender color, and it's highly fragrant. A typical hybrid tea rose, very healthy. Fragrance-wise, it is. I would rate this one as a 8.5 out of 10. So I have got few bare roots rosy which I planted last month. They are sitting in this greenhouse. So let's have a look. Now these bare roots, they arrived very late last month from Netherlands. They arrived, if I'm correct, I think 22nd of December. So after soaking them in the water overnight, I had to plant these ones next day, 23rd and 24th of December on Christmas Eve. So the first one here is an Italian rose called Sansoki, and it is on the lines of Chandos Beauty. Chandos Beauty is, I know it is a hybrid tea, but this is a Floribunda. And we will just, find out in the next coming months and couple of years as it will establish. So this is Italian rose, and this one is a whiter shade of pale. I think many viewers probably they are familiar with this one, so I don't need to say much about it. It's hybrid tea rose, supposed to be very healthy, good bloomer. And what we got here on this side is a Mayan rose called Princess Jardinier or Francis Mayan. I think it's got a few other names as well. I mean, it's got several names, just like any beloved child has got several names. So it is supposed to be very highly fragrant as well. Big size blooms, and it's on the lines of Chandos Beauty. Again, the downside with this one is it tends to grow very tall. I have to keep an eye on its height as well. This one is French rose from NIRP rose breeder. This is called Regaza. Now, this is, I haven't got much knowledge on this one, but what I have read is it's supposed to be a pink in the center and whiter cream petals. The outer petals, they're going to be, the pinkish, the white creaming. But it's supposed to be very, very highly fragrant as well. It's on the lines of Eden 88, if you like. Eden doesn't have any fragrance, but this one is supposed to be highly fragrant. So we will actually find out in the coming months. Now this one is Strawberry Hill. I received from David Austin, I believe first week of December. So I received as a bare root, and it's growing in a pot, and it will stay in a pot until end of this year, when I plan to plant this one in the ground along the garage wall I just pointed out a few minutes back. And this one here, again, I received a potted rose from David Austin. I think that was beginning of December or end of November. It's a Penelope Lively. That will go in a pot on the patio. I believe maybe end of February sort of time. Next there is the cutting, actually. I took it from the Eden rose I planted in August. It's doing well. It's for somebody else, not for myself. Now these are the cuttings actually I took 2 2-3 months ago. Some of them, because they were planted different times. So some are 3 months old. The others are maybe a month or 2 months old. But to my pleasant surprise, they are all actually have started coming out. So a few roses here in the front of the house. I think I pointed out in my last video as well. But let's have a close look. This is Roald Dahl. And this one here is Princess Anne Rose. And this one here is 3-year-old. It's Olivia Rose Austin. And this one here, this is Eustacia Y. This is again, it's a 3-year-old, but I just moved it from the pot into the ground here. When was it? Last month, I think, before Christmas. So this is how these roses and the front lawn is looking at this moment. I hope you find this video interesting, and I hope you will join me next time. So thanks for watching, and I hope to give you some more update as the roses they start growing again for next season.